Yo, welcome Rivals. So yesterday I was watching a really well-made tier list video from Cozy Rivals and I stumbled upon one thing that he said.
Moving on to Mr. Fantastic is A tier in low elo. The dude is a low elo god. People just don't know how to deal with him. High elo, he's F tier.
So now let's talk about how to actually counter Mr. Fantastic, and I will not name you one hero that is his counter and that's done. No, we're actually talking about the strategy, the timing, and the positioning it takes to make Mr. Fantastic drop like a fly. First, we need to understand his kit to successfully counter him. His shift stretches him into a rectangle, and in this form he is invincible. So you never want to attack him when he looks like SpongeBob. His next skill is the E, flexible elongation. This paired with the right click, the standard grip, will build his core life combo, which is left, right, left, pull, E, left, E. So for you, this means you have to keep track of his second E usage, and after that, his shield will start depleting, and that's the perfect time to apply pressure to him, because after he used both of his E's, he is also less mobile, and he is really vulnerable to heavy raw DPS. And you can assist that with some hard CC, like for example a Mantis Sleep. So that also means every time when you see him using his damage absorb, you will use the 3 seconds that you get to reload and position yourself farther away from him. The more range you can maintain, the better, as he is a mid-range character and his slings are fairly limited. When you team fight him, try to stay not too close to each other. His right click can also be used to knock 2 enemies into each other and CCing both. So try to maintain a gap that this allows him to benefit from it, but still allows you to react and peel for each other. If you want to one-shot him with ults, you have to make sure to keep track of his reflexive rubber form, as his damage reflect also works for ultimates, and he can completely mitigate the damage. But you are lucky, the damage that this reflect can do has a cap, so he will not one-shot you in return, and the surprise is actually that he, in his ult form, is really weak, as he cannot build up any additional shields during it. So if you position yourself safe, best locations are the entries of houses or anything that has a small top cover and lets you peek, you will be able to deal significant damage to him or even kill him in his ultimate form right away. The following tips were all general and can be applied to any hero that has range, but there are a couple heroes which excel especially against Mr. Fantastic, and if he is a problem in your ranked match, rather than sticking to your hero trying to force it to work, try to consider switching to one of the following. The highest DPS characters like Squirrel Girl, Punisher, Hela, and Starlord are melting through him with the correct timing. Another great counter is Bucky. If he has a bit of patience and he hooks him after his shield went into downtime, then he can one combo him and he has nothing to do against it. So now we have talked a lot on how great range characters are, but there's actually one melee character that we need to mention because he's extremely strong against Mr. Fantastic, and this is Wolverine. Especially if he is able to isolate him with a throw, it's over for Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, I hope those small tips about how to deal with Mr. Fantastic help you out in your ranked games and you can climb all the way to Grandmaster. Cheers, guys.